Oh my god, you guys. Oh boy. Today's episode is going to be a bit of. This whole show is a mess. I should have just rebranded this show to The Train Wreck or something like that. Because that would have been. That's honestly a more accurate assessment of what this show is. Now, if I look greasier or sweatier than usual, it's because I am. It's because today is like the first 70 something degree day here. And I know talking about weather is so boring and everybody gets so bored if you talk about weather on a podcast because it's irrelevant information to people who are watching this later on down the line. But if you're watching this on video, you're going to see that I look fucked up, that I look disgusting. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to look a little fucked up and disgusting every once in a while. You're allowed to look fucked up and disgusting. In fact, we are officially 2 hours late to recording this episode. 2 hours late to making episode number 12 of My Tiny Little House. Dude, we are powering along. Before you know it, we're going to be at episode 50. I don't know what we'll do for the 50th special, honestly. What should we do for the 50th special? What do you guys think we could do? I was thinking about maybe doing a little pizza party, kind of like a classroom pizza party back in the day when maybe enough people in your class read enough books or some shit. You would get like a pizza party. I was thinking we could do My Tiny Little Pizza Party somewhere in like a park or something like that. It's just me eating. That would be kind of like a mukbang at that point, though. You know, that would be no different than me just doing a mukbang. Anyways, I want to. It's been an interesting week. I've been what have I been up to? What have I been doing? A lot of stuff. It's nice because we're officially out of the like. Oh my god, that blinded me. We're officially out of the season of winter where we're officially out of the season of winter. We're officially not in winter anymore. You can actually go out and do things now without it being too hot, too cold. Well, I mean, it is too hot now. It's officially too hot. It's like today is like really hot and I don't have AC. And that poses the next big threat to this podcast. That is that the summer is rapidly approaching. And I mean like rapidly approaching. Like we went from like last episode I was wearing a jacket and a hat and like a beanie on the episode. And today I'm wearing a freaking tank top and a shirt that I've worn on I think 3 episodes at this point. Maybe that's not true. I think maybe it was just the Patreon announcement I wore it. I'm an outfit repeater, okay? Sue me. I'm an outfit repeater. Anyways, this is the beginning of an interesting arc that the podcast is going to be taking. Which is really exciting to see because we've been doing this podcast since January, technically. When was the first episode uploaded to YouTube? I guess it matters more when it was recorded. Oh my god, it feels terrible today. Like it's going to get. I'm just gonna let you guys know it's going to get much worse. Remember that whole campaign that they had back in the 2010s? It was like it gets better. It was for like kids who were getting bullied. This is my campaign, except it's not for kids who are getting bullied. This is for kids who are watching this podcast. You're going to watch it get a lot worse because I'm going to start sweating. Early February 11th was the first upload to this podcast. It's already almost May. We're almost in May. And then from there, it rapidly changes. It rapidly gets, I don't want to say worse, but greasier, sweatier, and it's gonna be tough to be making these episodes in like July and August. Oh man, I'm thinking about it. I'm already dating the episode, which is not. I mean, you know what? If you're not watching, it's a little counterintuitive to what I wanted this show to be originally, though. If I don't date the episodes, I want people to be watching these when they come out. Which reminds me that the new episode just went live, and we're sitting at a big old goose egg of views, big old 0. So go watch last week's episode and today's episode back to back. It'll be a really good experience. But today's been an interesting day. I woke up later than I wanted to. I don't know what it was. Anybody comment down below if you have this same problem or this same phenomenon that goes on where like I'll wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like a little too early for me to start my day. Cause it's like, what am I going to do? I'm a podcaster and a Twitch streamer. What am I doing at 5 in the morning? We all sleep till 2 p.m. and you know it. So I wake up at like 5 in the morning and I'm like, oh man, I can't, it's too early. Oh God, I'm seeing stars I pressed on my eye. I just did it again. Why am I doing it? I think it's this heat is making me tired because it's really hot in my room. Anyways, I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and then I'm like, it's too like I cannot wake up right now. I need to go back to sleep. So then what I do is I go back to bed. Right? I'm like screw this. I grab a little bit of water early in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'll have like I'll make some liquid IV to like kind of get the fluids back into my body, get my electrolytes back up, which probably need that right about now, honestly, with how much I'm sweating. Because that's how your electrolytes deplete from your bodies through sweat, right? Isn't that how that works? Yeah. I'm a fucking scientist. Sorry. Oh, first 5 minutes and I already swore several times. Dang it. We are never going to get freaking monetized, man. See, I caught myself there. I said freaking. What was I on about? Oh, yeah. It's going to be really difficult because we can't run an air conditioner while recording the episode. It's going to make the audio because the window that we have to put the air conditioner. Yeah, I don't have central AC, okay? Sue me. Or subscribe to the Patreon to give me a little extra money so I can, for $5, get central air in my house. That would be kind of fun, right? Imagine things, it's never going to happen because everything's just getting more and more expensive. In fact, I found out what is the average price of a car. I want to look that up. I need like a little Jamie or a little like producer guy over there to like look things up for me and yell information at me off camera. That would be so much more helpful than me having to derail everything that I'm doing. But we are going to be freaked up this summer, dude. It's going to be so hard to make these episodes in my room. That might mean we just have to get more creative because it's like when I turn off the AC in my room in the summer, like this room just turns into it goes from like nice, like frigid, almost like you could store drinks in here and they would get icy. That's how cold I keep my room in the summertime with the AC, right? But the minute that AC's off, after like 20 minutes, you start to feel it, dude. There's no insulation in this room. The only insulation in this room is the ability to bring in hot air and keep it in here. Maybe it's because I'm in here. Ha ha ha. Don't mean to brag. Anyways, yeah, it's been a hot day. We've talked too much about the freaking weather. Okay, so I always say this, that we were gonna go do this for the podcast day, but then this thing happened. I actually have a legitimate excuse, which for the record, I always have a legitimate excuse. The excuse this time is that I shouldn't be driving my car right now. Something's wrong with one of the rear wheels and I have to get it looked at. It's not undrivable, but it's one of those things where it's like you don't want to keep driving on something that potentially you're doing more damage as you go. So I have to get it looked at tomorrow. There is a chance that the oh my god, I have to do the Patreon bonus episode. So we do, obviously, as you guys know, it's kind of like an advertisement for the Patreon real quick. We have a Patreon. Please go subscribe to the Patreon if you like this podcast and you want more content of it. That's what's on the Patreon. You get a lot of extra content every month and every episode. So every episode has extra 30 minutes to 45 minutes of content at the end of it, and then you get 2 bonus episodes per month, which are roughly 45 minutes in length. I forgot to record the bonus episode last week, and I have to go do that tomorrow. That is my plan tomorrow, and I think I have a location for it that is not inside of my room. My hair looks so messed up today. Look at this, guys. I am a freaking mess. I would wear the hat to cover it up, but I don't want to do that because then like it's going to get super sweaty in here, and you guys are going to see how sweaty I really am. And I promise we're going to move on from the topic of conversation of me being too sweaty, but there's a lot of things that I want to talk about on this episode. A lot of things that I don't want to have to consult my notes app immediately, but it looks like I'm gonna because I wrote some stuff down. It's a pretty bare bones agenda for today because we're kind of just talking about a TV show. Here's what I wrote down actually as the first thing to talk about on the agenda is not a cold open, but a hot open because the show is going to become progressively more and more sweaty as time goes on. We already covered that ground, but this is literally what I wrote in my notes app. And then the next thing is please sub to the Patreon so I can afford a studio someday. If anybody has studio space that has air conditioning that I can rent for $5 a month during the summertime, I'll just give you all the Patreon money that we make from July to August. 2 months worth of Patreon money in the New England area, and you have like a warehouse with the central AC, and I could just sit in there for like a day. And record podcast episodes, crank them out. Not that kind of cranking out. We don't do that at warehouses anymore. Not after I got caught last time. They caught me doing it. They caught me cranking my hog in a warehouse somewhere. We talk a lot about masturbating on the job on this show. In fact, that was the entire topic of an episode last, was it, no, 3 weeks ago at this point? 2 or 3 weeks ago we talked about that. The pinup posters of the porn at a warehouse. Why does that topic always come back up? Why is that always the topic that like seems to kind of circle back into the cultural zeitgeist, you know? Of the cultural zeitgeist of my tiny little house, of course, not of like, you know, the cult. No, I live in my own world, guys. I live literally in my own world. It's kind of like a Minecraft world, but not quite as cool. And I'm really angry all the time. I'm Herobrine. I feel like at this point, talking about the Minecraft movie is such a like beating a dead horse topic. We're done with that now, right? Like that's that thing where I was talking about how I like, you know how brands always try to get in on a meme, and every time a brand gets in on a meme, they either get on it right as it's like at the tail end, and it's like, oh, you just killed it for everybody else. Now we don't like it anymore, right? Or what they do is they wait like way too long, or they like somebody who works in their marketing department finds the meme like 10 years later, and they're like, we got to use this in an advertisement. I've been saying that I guarantee you what I'm going to see is some kind of brat summer, some brand, maybe a small business. I'm going to be a little more lenient if it's like a small business or like a local business doing some kind of brat summer deal. And I hope that happens. I hope that somebody is 1 year late to that. Although I heard that even Charlie XCX herself is not dropping that. I hear she did. Oh, we could talk about the Coachella drama because I really hate Coachella. We could definitely talk about that. I guess she did a set at Coachella, and during like at the end of she's still doing the whole like it's this summer thing. She did like I think it was like Turnstile Summer. I think she said Lord Summer. It's names of musicians and musical artists that are releasing albums soon, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of a nice little nod, little homage. I don't think I'm using that word right. And before you say homage, fuck you. It's homage. Get it right. Homage. I'm paying homage to someone. Actually, let's double check this real quick before I make an ass of myself. I already have made an ass of myself. We're a little late there. I believe it's homage, and everybody pronounces it homage. Pronunciation. Give me, Merriam-Webster. Oh, we had to do word of the day, of course. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, viewer. Homage. Oh, it's so quiet. It's just homage. One more time.
Homage.
It kind of sounds like Tony Soprano calling Marge Simpson homage.
Homage.
I hear it. Do you hear it? Like if Homer Simpson became Tony Soprano for a day. Wait.
Homage.
Homage. Oh fuck.
Homage.
Homage. But nobody says homage.
Homage.
Homage, but no homage. But I think homage sounds a little bit better. That sounds like it's actually paying respect to something. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to pull up word of the day just so we have it ready to go. Give me the fucking word of the day. Give me the fucking word of the day. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have it pulled up. I will keep that over there for now while I want to talk about this Coachella situation. With every passing year, my interest in going to Coachella, which I would say I became aware of it probably about a decade ago. I want to say about 2015 was when I really, really started to lean into how much I really like music. In case you haven't figured that one out, I really do like music. And I was like, oh, what's this Coachella thing everybody's talking about? In like 2015, about a decade ago. Yeah, a decade ago now. I was like, oh, this seems like a cool thing to go to. Kind of like a lesser interesting Burning Man, and maybe a little more music related. Is Burning Man still a thing? Did they quit that? Is that still like a thing? I think I'd have more interest in going to Burning Man, or like an equivalent to Burning Man if it's not a thing anymore, than I would Coachella at this point. But I guess all of these like big festival things are kind of like the same at this point now. I can't tell if I just saw stars. No, that's dust. Oh, I cleaned my fan in my room. It had a lot of dust in it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Coachella. Yeah, my interest in Coachella and ever attending it, or even at this point, even watching the performances, I'll catch the highlights on Twitter. I I don't care to watch anybody doing a set. But there was a little bit of drama. Of course there was drama, because at this point, it's all it is influencer culture. That's all that Coachella, it's the hub. It's the yearly hub of influencer culture. It's everybody going, hey, look at me. Pretending that they're hanging out with celebrities and stuff like that. It's not like that at all. Coachella is so far removed from anything like that. And if your dream is to go to Coachella, hey, more power to you. It's not what you think it is. It's a lot of influencers pretending to be amongst the ranks of higher echelon celebrities and whatnot. Your favorite influencer's not hanging out with Charlie XCX. That's not happening. Anyways, there was some drama, and that involves Charlie XCX and famous rock band Green Day, where I believe it was Charlie XCX during one of the after parties wore a sash. Is that what it's called? Like the thing that like white girls wear on their birthday that says "birthday girl" to the bar on their birthday, so that everybody knows that it's their birthday. That she was wearing one of those things, and it said, what did it say? Like should have been headliner, or like should have headlined, I think is what it said, something along those lines. Basically, it was a jab. A lighthearted jab, a joke, a jest, if you will, to Green Day, who was headlining the event that weekend. I believe also headlined both. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't care. And everybody just attacked her. Everybody just went after being like, and it became this thing of like people were attacking her. People were attacking Green Day, saying, "Oh, Green Day's irrelevant," and blah blah blah. And they were political during their performance. It's like, yeah, it's Green Day. It's Green Day. What did you expect from Green Day? Have you ever heard of Green Day? It's kind of like that thing when people when people find out that Rage Against the Machine is a political band, and they're like, what, they just became woke all of a sudden? Have you reread the name of the band? What, you think they just came up with that? Like it's just a funny, goofy name or something like that? No. Okay. Anyways. So that happens. And then, the following weekend, which I believe was this past weekend, Billy Joe Armstrong wore I believe it was a Brat, it said Brat on it or something like that, or Brat summer hat, something, another little nod to Charlie XCX, all in good fun. And people on the internet are incapable of understanding that anymore, because everybody under the sun was like, this is a feud, and these people are feuding. And it's like, man... Has stan culture gone that far? It has. You don't have to answer that for me. But have we gotten to that point where it's like artists can't even do subtle nods or jabs at each other that are obviously not out of hatred for one another? Have we lost the plot that much, guys? Yes, we have. I know we have. It's okay. It's not okay at all. In fact, it's really bad that we've lost that plot. It's more of I'm not mad, just disappointed kind of thing. Impressed, actually, quite frankly. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I'm impressed that we're at this point now. I'm impressed we've stooped that low. Great job, everybody. I would do a round of applause, but that requires me to put down the microphone and then do audio editing, and I don't feel like doing that at all. Anyways, that was the drama during Coachella. And it became a whole thing, and people were not shutting up about it. And then you had a few people who were like, obviously, are like, have the basic common sense to be like, oh yeah, this has gone on for years with artists doing little subtle nods to each other like that, and this is nothing new, and people are just overreacting, and it's we've lost it. And then you get those people that get called out on Twitter and being like, hey, you do know that this was all kind of like a joke, like they're just joking with each other, and then they go, yeah, I was being ironic, totally, I was being ironic. You're the idiot. You have egg on your face because I was being ironic and you didn't pick up on that. And then they have to read their dictionary of nuance to understand, anything. It's very much I shit myself, but I did it ironically. That whole meme, that whole shebang, that whole jab, that whole jest, if you will. What's the word of the day? Let's cut to the chase here. What do we have here? Liaison. Liaison? Yeah, liaison.
Liaison.
Liaison. I mispronounce it. I always pronounce it liaison. That's my homage right there. Is I mispronounce liaison.
Liaison.
Liaison. There we go. I'm going to get it right. Liaison. What it means. A liaison refers to a person. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, it is hot in here. I'm getting dyslexia. Liaison refers to a person who helps organizations or groups work together and provide information to each other, or to a relationship that allows such interactions. Liaison can also refer to an illicit sexual relationship. Interesting. Huh. So it's kind of somebody who's a link between two groups. Did I get that right? Organizations or groups work together. So it's somebody who's kind. Oh, okay. I see. I kind of see it. Okay, here we go. Here's an example. The new position involves acting as a liaison. I'm going to get it right. Between the police department and city schools. Okay, that's a good example. It's somebody who kind of, again, is the bridge between those two things. You know what I mean? Bridging the gap. Charlie XCX bridged the gap between her fan base and Green Day's fan base. She was the liaison there. That doesn't really work. I'm trying to think of a better example. Ignore my chest hair, please. Don't ever acknowledge the fact that I have chest hair. I like to shave it, but I also don't. Razor blades are expensive these days, guys. And we're in what are we in? A recession or a depression? I don't really know. I don't pay attention to politics or money and what's going on in the world right now. Anyways, yeah, that was that's the whole Coachella spiel. That's the whole Coachella drama. Oh, we got to use the word of the day. Oh, you know what? We got to do Urban Dictionary too. I was going to go on a little more of a tangent about Coachella and whatnot, and music festivals in general, and how much I just don't enjoy them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We have this is the Urban Dictionary. This is not their word of the day. I don't think they have a word of the day. I think I just go off of whatever shows up whenever I first open up, Urban Dictionary. And this is: the crowd goes mild. When someone's music is so mid, it's like, and the crowd goes home, or the crowd goes wild, I think is the term, but the music is mid. Let's listen to some Taylor Swift, and the crowd goes mild. That was the example. Swifties, don't come after me. Go after Urban Dictionary and whoever posted that on Urban Dictionary, not me. I was just reading things off of there. I'm trying to think of who is and the crowd goes mild for me. Who's that guy? Who's that guy who did the thing at the Grammys? Or is it? Yeah, it was the Grammys where it's the please stay. That fucking guy, I cannot stand him or his voice. He is the crowd goes mild. He is the crowd goes mild. Did he play Coachella? What's his name? I gotta look up this guy. Hold on. I'm just gonna look up the Please Stay song on Spotify so we can. I've learned this guy's name 1,000 times and I've never remembered it once. What's the Please Stay guy? Beautiful Things by, is this it? Wait, let me find out. I don't think this is it. No, wait. Okay, no, Beautiful Things is what the song is called. This is the song. Okay. Can I hear it? We gotta hear, I just want to hear that. I can't stand it, dude. I can't stand it. I cannot fucking stand that song. It's just it's so in your face. There's nothing inherently wrong with the song, like from like a production standpoint or anything like that. It's just obnoxious to me. And it plays in like every retail store now. Every time I go, or like every grocery store I go to, it was I think I went grocery shopping like 2 weeks ago, and I heard this song. I was in the grocery store for all of like an hour and a half maybe. And I had a big shopping list that day. And also I couldn't find a lot of things. I was running around there like a goose with its head. What did they say? Goose with its head cut off? I was on a wild goose chase for a bunch of stuff. It's chicken with the head cut off. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off on a wild goose chase. There you go. That's a compound sentence. I don't think it is, actually. No, that doesn't qualify. Anyways, it's a lot. It's a big sentence. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, puppy's giving me the old groan of, hey, talk about something else, buddy. You talked about grocery shopping and whatnot. And I'm going to give you guys the scoop on Coachella. I'm going to give you guys the poop on Coachella. I'm going to be honest. If you're a younger viewer, maybe you're a teen, maybe you're in your early 20s, maybe you're fresh out of high school, early college age, maybe you're taking a gap year, discovering yourself, and you like music, and you say to yourself, man, I want to go to some music festivals so I can celebrate how much I love music. If you love music, go to anything else besides a festival. Festivals, in my opinion, are not the place to be for music. It is it is such from like an audience perspective, from an audience standpoint, it is excruciating. You're just standing out there, hot summer sun, and if you're okay with that, hey, more power to you. If I'm there to enjoy music, though, maybe you're there. I mean, honestly, most of those people are there to do the drugs and get fucked up and have fun. And you know what? That's okay too. That's all well and good. Maybe you want to do that before. I need to look at the lineup. I didn't even bother checking the lineup this year. All I'm going to say is, at this point, Coachella specifically is an influencer show. It is for influencers to go there, get stuck in a desert. Do they even do it? They do it in like a desert still, right? Show me the lineup here. Show me the lineup. I mean, it passed, but like, see you next year. It'll be in 2026. Who is the lineup this year? Is this accurate? I don't think this is. We're just okay. So, oh, Benson Boone did do Coachella this year. Look at that. We were right, guys. Say that. Wait, the 11th and 18th. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, these are on the Fridays. I see how it works. They do. Okay. Okay. Viagra Boys played. Oh man, I was dissing Coachella. Two Hollis played. Oh fuck, man. Maybe I should have gone. Fuck, dude. Maybe now I'm eating my words, dude. Now I'm eating my words. Biba Doobie played. Oh man, do you guys remember the whole Biba Doobie drama or whatever? I like her music, but that whole thing that she found herself in was just how to fumble getting a meme made about yourself that could have honestly really put a lot of new eyes on your music and gotten people to like your stuff. Becoming a meme as a content creator, like a musician, an actor, anything like that nowadays, no matter what the context of the meme is, as long as it's not like, people calling you like a, I don't know, like a sex offender or something really bad, or like that's not a meme. The allegations are not a meme. What am I saying? Like, I'm trying to think of an example of like, here's what I think could have happened with Biba Doobie is that she could have embraced the meme, and then it would have gotten a bunch of new eyes on her music. Ears, sorry, you don't listen to music with your eyes. Well, some people do. Some people do listen to music with their eyes. They look at an album cover, or they look at the artist, they look at the actual person making the music, and they go, I'm not listening to that. I'm not going to listen to that. Screw that. And you know what? Let those people be ignorant and let them never find good music. Let them listen to I'm trying to think of an artist that I don't like that won't offend anybody. That's not going to happen. Yeah, we get a little offensive here. Guys, we get a little offensive here on the podcast sometimes. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a little edgelord. Also, for the record, I put ice in my water before starting the podcast. And the ice cubes have almost completely melted out of my water. I'm going to drink my water. Oh my god, I needed that. Holy shit. It's like that one meme of that kid where he's drinking like the Pedialyte. His mom's like, what are you drinking Pedialyte for? And he looks over and he goes, I need it. I feel like that kid every day whenever I wake up and I drink, like that first sip of water during the day, or the first sip of the water, like early in the morning, you wake up and your mouth is so dry. I will leave like a water bottle by my bedside, and like just like 4 a.m. when I wake up, and then I didn't even go into the tangent about how I go back to sleep. Okay, I'll get that part over with real quick. I go back to sleep after, this is circling back to something at the beginning of the episode. Oh my God. I'll go back to sleep after like waking up super early in the morning, and I'll have the most vivid dreams, like almost exclusively like lucid dreams, or like false awakenings, which is another type of dreams where it's like you dream that you've woken up but something feels wrong, and it's like, oh, I'm still sleeping, and then you wake up for real and you're like, oh, I hate it. It happens to me all the time now. I don't know what the science behind a false awakening is. We got to figure that one out. Anyways, I feel like that kid though. Whenever I have a real awakening, when I wake up in the morning, I have a real awakening, and I find that water bottle that's still cold. Maybe it's still a little chilled around the, because it's okay. I can't describe things. I'm a bad storyteller. But I feel like that kid. I drink the entire bottle of water, and I go, I need it, even though I just drank it. Now I don't need it anymore. I have it. Have your cake and eat it too, as they say. Wait. That's me after eating the cake. Oh boy, that makes me want to talk about something. It makes me want to talk about something that happened recently and how out of touch famous people and celebrities are right now, and how everything feels like there really is just a lower class and then the upper class. And that is the whole I almost call her Katy Sperry. Katy Perry going to space. They call her Katy Sperry when she's in space because like space and Perry. It's a funny joke and you have to laugh at it or you get unsubscribed from the channel automatically. I don't make the rules, YouTube does. Yeah, I saw that happen. I went, "Yep, that it. There it is. That's it. That's the honestly the end of times, if I'm being honest with you, is that we have to eat the rich. We got to do it." It's like that meme. We're going to circle back to a lot of memes on this episode before we take our piss break. It's like that meme of Adventure Time where Jake is like, "Finn, we gotta kill the horse," and then that fucking epic guitar solo plays, epic guitar riff plays. Yeah, we gotta kill the horse, guys. We gotta eat the rich. We gotta blow up the next spaceship that goes up. Unless they offer for me to do it. Unless they offer for me to podcast from space, then I think you guys can let me go. I think you guys can let me become rich and famous, and that would be kind of cool. I wonder, has anybody podcasted from space yet? Has Joe Rogan gotten on that one? Or is he afraid of space? Does he think it causes like 5G radiation in your brain or something? Or that he's going to have to slather himself in ivermectin to, hey, outdated memes. Yay, guys, look at me go. Outdated jokes. Yippee. The material's so fresh today. God, we date the episode in the first half of it, and then the second half we really date the episode with the most outdated memes. I have to take a piss. Ooh boy, big piss for little Daniel. Big piss for little Daniel. Now I've gotten a request to not burp into the mic anymore, so there you go. That's my. Oh, I messed up already. No. Oh man, I fucked up already. No. Okay. Sorry. I didn't fuck up. I did that on purpose. Anyways, I really want to just go sit outside once I'm done recording this episode. 'Cause it is hot in here. Man, I got to start taking off some damn layers on this show. I could hypothetically do this show with no pants on if I wanted to. You know what? Next episode's going to be the naked episode. In fact, I'm going to shoot from the chest up. No nipple. No nipple. You guys don't get any nipple. That's on the Patreon cut. We'll just have the Patreon cut will have my nipples. How about that? You guys will get nip slip on the Patreon cut. Which, by the way, you can sub to the Patreon for $5 a month. Become a little mouse in my tiny little house. That's what it is. We officially have a title for it now. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Welcome to the Dan Cinematic Universe. The Little Daniel LDCU, Little Daniel Cinematic Universe. Our cinematic universe is dying. I really hope so. I like things being a one-off. I don't mind like an anthology thing where, wait, would anthology mean that it takes place in the same universe? Or is anthology kind of like, I guess not really. Black Mirror is like an anthology show. That's a show everybody's talking about. Because I guess there's a new season and there's like YouTubers in it. I couldn't be bothered. I tried watching Black Mirror when they did that like interactive thing on Netflix, which was cool, which I kind of, it's a gimmick. I'm going to say this much. It's a gimmick. Okay. I get it. It's a total gimmick, but it was interesting. I kind of wish that they kept doing the interactive series and stuff like that. Oh, I might be totally mistaken. Was Bird Box interactive? Was Bird Box an interactive movie? I'm going to look this up. Interactive Netflix movies, because that was like their whole gimmick in like 2019, 2018, 2019. Interactive Netflix movies. Black Mirror Bandersnatch was one of them. Okay. There was Minecraft Story Mode. What is that? I gotta check that out. There was the Man versus Wild, You versus Wild, which I also did do that one and I hated that. I thought that was really dumb. Come on, there's got to be something. So Black Mirror Bandersnatch was the first one, and that was my first introduction to Black Mirror, and I went, that was cool, but not for me. I know Black Mirror is like one of those things where they do like different things every time. Am I misremembering? Is Bird Box not interactive? Why do I feel like it was? Which, by the way, I'm gonna say it. That was a good movie. No, it wasn't interactive. I'm just stupid. Personally, though, I did very much enjoy it. I thought it was very cool. I thought some people hated on it a little too much. I enjoyed Bird Box, so I thought it was. We're reflecting on shit from like 2018, and speaking of things from the late 2010s, there's a TV show that I've gotten back into recently that I guess has kind of somewhat circulated back into popularity. No, it's not Black Mirror. I already said that I didn't get into that show because I don't like it. And that is none other than The Rehearsal has a season 2. I watched the first episode. Why did my PC just shut off? That was concerning. We didn't lose power, but my PC just went. That's cool. Hopefully it didn't just burn out or something. What if I just saw like a billow of smoke coming out from behind my PC? How funny would it be if that happened? I have to buy more RAM soon. God damn. I have to buy more RAM soon. God damn. Anyways, we got distracted because my PC exploded. Okay. Oh yeah. The Rehearsal, Season 2, Episode 1. I thought, if you guys don't know, it's Nathan Fielder. Very funny comedian, entertainer, cringe comic, whatever you really want to call him. I've been a fan of Nathan for You since, I want to say about season 3. I got into the show because I think somewhere online, someone put up the dumb Starbucks episode. And I was so dumbfounded by the fact that, like, I was like, this has got to be completely, obviously, like, parody, but there's no way that, like, this actually is, like, a real show and that somebody actually went through with this. There's, like, it's got to be at least somewhat facetious, which it is, but, like, I was amazed by the show when I found it back in, like, that would have been, like, 2016-ish, 2017. It was right before, like, season 4 premiered, I think. Which I love season 4 of Nathan For You. All of the seasons of Nathan For You are just bangers, back-to-back bangers. Highly recommend watching that show. I think that Nathan Fielder as a comedian and his style, especially with Nathan For You, really shaped a lot of internet humor in like the late 2010s. And then somewhere around 2020, 2021-ish, it just went, it died. Maybe even maybe earlier than that, maybe like 2019. Because you had things like Steven Suptic, if you guys know who that is, was heavily inspired by Nathan For You. And I think that had a lot of influence on his show Sugar Pine 7. It 100% did. And if you deny it, you're wrong. What else was I going to say? It was a lot of the sort of dry, ironic humor, the idea of what's real and what isn't that's being presented to the audience. It's the awkward humor, cringe comedy. There was that guy on I love this guy, by the way, whatever his name is. Is it like Taji, I think is his name, from Vice? I don't think he works for Vice anymore, but he had the 1-star reviews. That was obviously inspired by Nathan For You. And there was a ton of other series on YouTube that just took heavy inspiration from Nathan For You. And then I feel like it kind of just went away. It's not as popular anymore. But Nathan For You's influence is felt. I still love that show to this day. I've been re-watching it as of like yesterday because I watched the first episode of season 2 of The Rehearsal. And the biggest thing that I will say between The Rehearsal and Nathan For You is that I think in Nathan For You, and if you don't know either of these shows, go look them up and go watch them. I will not do any justice with explaining them. The biggest difference that I find with like the relationship between Nathan, the audience, and the people that he's working with on the episodes, the biggest difference that I find between Nathan For You and The Rehearsal, at least based off of the first season of the show, because we will talk a little bit about season 2, episode 1, but the biggest difference that I find is like the relationship between how many steps ahead is Nathan from the audience and from the people that he's working with. And I think in Nathan For You, throughout most of the show, the dynamic works that Nathan is 2 steps ahead of the people that he's working with. And then somewhere in the middle is 1 step in between where the audience is. Nathan will always be 1 step ahead of the audience, even if he's making himself the butt of the joke. And he is the butt of the joke a lot of the time. there's kind of that he's kind of cluing the audience in, though. Dare I say it's almost maybe a half step where the audience is away from Nathan. Nathan's like a half step above the audience. One to 1.5 step above the audience in Nathan for You. At least that's based on what I observed when I rewatched it yesterday. And I feel like that dynamic changed with the rehearsal. And it's almost episode to episode, if you ask me, where sometimes the audience is behind the people that he's working with. Sometimes we are given less context especially this is mostly season 1 I'm talking about, because I feel like based on season 2 episode 1 it's not quite this way, but I might be wrong. I have to see more of the show. I have to maybe even rewatch episode 1. But in the first season of the rehearsal, episodes either go where Nathan is like 4 steps ahead of everybody, five or 6 steps, an insurmountable number of steps ahead of everybody. But it's kind of a weird battle between the viewer and the people that he's working. A weird battle of like who's given more context and who has more information. I feel like a lot of the time, from an audience perspective, we are presented less information than the people that he's working with. The people that are kind of like, like Angela in season 1, or I'm trying to think of another example of somebody from season 1. A good example that I think was the guy in the first episode. I think his name was Corey. Who's like the trivia guy who's like trying to do trivia. Even he felt like he had a little more context than the audience did. And you were kind of watching him but you didn't quite know what was rehearsed and what was real. It was a lot of trickery like that, I felt. And maybe I'm misremembering things. I don't know. But I think that's the biggest dynamic change from the rehearsal to Nathan For You. And I think, and if you've never seen either of these shows, then this is a completely boring conversation for you. And I'm sorry. The audience acts as a liaison between Nathan and the people that he's the subjects in Nathan For You. I don't think that contextually works at all. Or I guess Nathan would be the liaison between the audience and the subjects of each episode in Nathan For You. I think that makes a little more sense. There, I use the word of the day. We use the word of the day in the episode. We can pat ourselves on the back and jump up and clap our cheeks. And my dog, she just laid down. I think it's too hot in here for her, dude. I think she's going to burn up. I think she's going to catch on fire. But, if you've never seen Nathan For You, go check it out. It's a great TV show. Very funny. I will say this much. I don't think, even though the rehearsal is separate from Nathan For You, and it's almost like it's like a spiritual successor to Nathan For You, I think that somebody who doesn't really know Nathan Fielder or his comedy, they're not going to take to the rehearsal particularly well if they don't have the context of Nathan For You first. So I usually, if I'm trying to get people into the rehearsal or get them to like watch that show, typically what I do is I say, start with Nathan For You and watch like a few episodes. And I would say that those episodes, you have to understand the comedy first and foremost. You have to understand why it's funny, I think, which I think is most people can wrap their heads around, like why it's funny. And then I always tell people to watch Finding Francis, which is the series finale of Nathan For You. I think it's season 4, episode 7 or something like that. It's the last episode of the series. And it was a great finale. And I think that was the biggest bridge between Nathan For You and the rehearsal. It was almost like a hint as to where the show was going to go next, or where Nathan was going to go next, because it's on a completely different network. But yeah, I loved the rehearsal. I loved Nathan For You. I'm going to probably, once I'm done recording this episode, probably going to go watch more episodes of Nathan For You, just to reminisce in that time in my life when I was graduating high school and watching season 4 as it was. Yeah, I think it premiered around that time. I might be misremembering things because I have a bad brain. I'm going to snap my phone in half. Now my phone the minute I threatened my phone, it started working properly. That's what I'm saying. That's how we have to fight back against AI. You got to say, well, that river looks really nice. I might as well go throw you in it, But I don't want to talk too much about the rehearsal season 2. Because I do want more people to watch it. I don't want somebody to be watching this episode and be like, oh, I had to cancel my HBO Max subscription and I can't get it until a week after this episode premieres. Don't spoil it. I do want to say that I feel like, I think that this season, based off of, I'm not going to say too much about it and what's going on in it. I want people to watch it first and get opinions and whatnot. I will be watching it as it comes out, though. I will be watching it every Sunday night if I'm available to tune in. But what was I going to say? Season 2, I feel like this one is going to have the big battle of kind of a battle that season 1 had at the end of it of like, is this funny still, or is this just kind of morally gray? And that's kind of where season 2 picks up of, it's not like a progression of, hey, this is pretty funny to, oh, this is starting to get kind of morally gray. It's like, it starts in the morally gray area of like, and it's kind of, it presents of like, Nathan even says it in the episode, kind of a spoiler, that's going to be the biggest struggle with the season is, how do I make this funny? That's all I'm going to say. If you've watched the trailer, you know that it has to do with plane crashes. Plane crashes is a big theme, which that makes me wonder when this was recorded or when these episodes were made. Was this made like a few weeks ago when all the plane crashes were happening? It's a very quick turnaround for an HBO Max show to be like recorded like, a few months ago. And then now, that would be like back in like February, January when all the plane crashes were happening. Even like early March, even I think they're still happening, probably happening right now. But yeah, no, I think that like, I wonder when it was recorded. I don't think they ever do. Maybe they mentioned at the beginning of the episode and I just totally didn't pick up on it. But yeah, no, I think that I'm curious to see where this season goes. I'm very excited to have another more Nathan Fielder content to feast upon because I really was anticipating them doing another season of Nathan for You back in the day. I guess I didn't pick up on the fact that Finding Francis was very obviously a nod at, hey, the show's over, folks. And you're just gonna have to wait for something new to come out. And it took a couple years, but here we are. Oh man. I feel like my brain like just turned off like a little bit for a moment there, where like the read and write memory of my brain is it's just writing, but it's not reading. It's not retaining any information. I feel like I'm going to watch this podcast footage and I'm going to be like, he's literally just, what's his name? Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys just going, yeah, that's just me. I'm going to listen to this podcast episode when I'm editing it later. And it's literally just going to be me going, blah, 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 like little guys and smiling friends, little like purple things that stab people. That's another show I'm waiting for to come back. I'm waiting for season 3. Yeah, there's been 2 seasons. Yeah, 2 seasons already. I'm waiting for season 3 of that. And I'm also waiting for season 5 of Nathan for You. I believe that they're going to bring it back. Have you guys ever, like found like, or like known somebody who like firmly believes that like something that's just over is going to come back? Whether it's like this band is definitely going to reunite, guys. They're definitely not over. They're hinting at something. They're doing, what is it, like subtle? Was it subtle? No, cryptic marketing or cryptic teasing, which that is something from the like late 2010s that I'm just so glad is over and done with. Oh my fucking God. I hate cryptic. I hate any time a band was putting out an album, they would always act like it was this cryptic thing and they want fans to like just fucking announce the album, dude. Release a single. Enough having to be fucking Matt Pat Game Theory and having to brighten up images of this thing you posted to Twitter. And then like, not even, the thing that would always piss me off is they would never give you like a release date. They would type like xx.xx.x and then maybe give you a fucking number at the end. Oh, that's the year that it comes out. And oh, it's this year. Great. Okay, cool. Thanks, fucking, I don't know, Fall Out Boy or whatever band is going to do it next. I hate it. I hate cryptic teasing so much. Just announce the fucking thing. Just give me a single. Give me a trailer. Give me a teaser trailer. Just let me know it's coming. None of this. I hate it so much. And here's the thing. If you're going to do any kind of cryptic teasing, follow up with the reveal or the trailer or something like that, like a day later. Give it to me you have a 24-hour period from that first post, and then from when you have to post the thing that you're trying to tease, or else I'm done with you, and I don't care anymore. For example, even though it got leaked, they just, I think as of yesterday, I think it was Bethesda or Xbox, put out the like a teaser for an Oblivion remaster, which I'm not going to talk about it much because we are at the end of the episode, and also I haven't played Oblivion, if I'm being honest. I tried it once a decade ago and just didn't click with me the same way that Skyrim did. That's how we know we're at the end of the episode. My dog is like very active right now. She always gets active at the end. But the turnaround of them officially like teasing it with like a cryptic teaser of like tomorrow, and then them just revealing it this morning and showing off the game, which it looks good. I mean, I think that's how you do a remake or a remaster, whatever you want to call it, is what they showed off. I watched it. I watched the reveal or whatever. I was curious. It's on Game Pass. Oh, by the way, it's on Xbox Game Pass right now. If you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, go get Oblivion. Go play it if you want to. Go play the remaster. If your computer can run it. I have to go buy more RAM. Honestly, I might just go do that right now. I might go do that at the moment. But that's how you cryptically tease something. The turnaround needs to be very quick turnaround. Okay, I don't want to be Five Nights at Freddy's sleuthing that shit. And paying attention to little intricate details in the background of something. I'm bored. I have finite amount of time in my day to be able to do shit like that. And finite patience. Very slim patience for that kind of shit these days. I'm 25 years old. I have a podcast and I'm a Twitch streamer. We're too busy, okay? We're all too busy being Twitch streamers and content creators and influencers that are going to go to Coachella, pretend you hung out with a bunch of celebrities when you didn't. You actually just got spat on and you got diarrhea and like sand inhalation poisoning or something. That's what we're all going to do. We're all going to go into a big desert, start a big fire, set it ablaze, and then just sing Kumbaya with one another, guys. That's how we are gonna end this episode of the podcast. Anyways, guys, this has been My Tiny Little House, episode number 12. Almost at 11. 12. That would have been disastrous. If you'd like to see more content, hear me yap more for another half hour, give or take, half hour, 45 minutes, who knows, go subscribe to the Patreon and head on over there and you can get the bonus. And maybe you're already over on the Patreon. You already got that bonus, which good for you. Pat yourself on the back. Give your dog a bone. This old man came snoring home. I'd never know how to end a podcast because I always just like keep going then. I've done that too many times. Oh, you know what we're going to end the show with? Officially end the show with. Puppy is staring out the window. Is she going to bark at something and then jump down and knock over all of my stuff? No? She's locked into something right now. She's gawking at something. She sees something out there and she wants to go say hi to it. She doesn't kill things. That's a pretty good quality of a dog. All right, camera battery's going to die and I have to recharge it for the Patreon. And oh, yep, she lost interest. So that means it's the end of the episode.